Have you ever wondered if some of those healthy vegetables you're eating every day might actually be harming your health? You might think that loading up your plate with any kind of vegetable is the key to staying healthy in your golden years. But what if I told you that certain common vegetables could be secretly undermining your well-being? The truth is, as we age, our bodies become more sensitive to certain compounds found in everyday vegetables, and some of these could be causing unexpected health issues that you've never connected to your diet. In today's video, we're diving into 6 common vegetables that could be causing problems for elderly people, and more importantly, what you should eat instead. These aren't exotic or unusual vegetables. They're probably sitting in your refrigerator right now. Stick around until the end to discover not only which vegetables to avoid, but also the perfect alternatives that can provide the same nutrients without any of the risks. Before we begin, I would appreciate it if you like this video. You can help me continue to spread these important health lessons to other seniors who might be unknowingly harming their health. If you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any of our evidence-based health videos. If you like this video, please comment number 1. If you don't like it, comment number 0 to let me know so I can make a better video for you. Now let's dive into these surprising vegetables that might be affecting your health more than you realize. Some of these findings might shock you, but remember, knowledge is power, especially when it comes to your health. Let's start with the first vegetable that many seniors eat every day, thinking it's completely safe. Number 1, raw spinach, the hidden calcium blocker. Grandma Chen was always proud of her healthy lifestyle. Every morning, without fail, she would make herself a large raw spinach salad, believing she was doing the best thing for her health. She had read countless articles about spinach being a superfood, rich in iron and other nutrients. But despite her healthy diet, she began experiencing concerning symptoms. Her bones were becoming more fragile, and during a routine checkup, her doctor discovered her calcium levels were surprisingly low. The revelation came during a visit to her nutritionist. Mrs. Chun, the specialist explained, while spinach is indeed nutritious, eating it raw in large quantities, especially at your age, might be causing more harm than good. The nutritionist went on to explain that raw spinach contains high levels of oxalic acid, a compound that can bind to calcium and prevent its absorption in the body. For elderly people like Grandma Chun, who already face challenges with calcium absorption, this was particularly problematic. This news was a wake-up call for Grandma Chen. Under her doctor's guidance, she made a simple but crucial change to her routine. Instead of eating raw spinach salads, she started lightly cooking her spinach, which significantly reduces the oxalic acid content. She also learned to pair her cooked spinach with calcium-rich foods at different meals, rather than eating them together. Within months of making these changes, her next blood test showed improved calcium levels. She felt stronger, and her bone density showed positive changes. The simple act of cooking her spinach had made a significant difference in her health. Recent research from the Journal of Agricultural and Food Chemistry supports this approach. Studies show that cooking spinach can reduce its oxalic acid content by 40 to 60%, making it much safer for elderly consumption. The research also indicates that seniors over 65 are particularly vulnerable to calcium deficiency, making this consideration even more crucial. Health tip: if you enjoy spinach, don't eliminate it completely from your diet. Instead, always cook it lightly. Steaming or sautéing are excellent options. Pair your cooked spinach with vitamin C-rich foods like bell peppers or citrus fruits, as this combination helps with iron absorption. Also, try to eat calcium-rich foods like dairy products at different meals from your spinach dishes. Some great alternatives to raw spinach include kale, which has lower oxalic acid content, or romaine lettuce for your salads. If you are still watching this video and finding these lessons useful, please comment number 1 below to let me know that you are still watching this video with me. Thank you for your valuable time. Now, let's move on to our second vegetable, which might be causing unexpected digestive issues for many seniors. Number 2, raw sprouts, the hidden bacterial risk. Uncle Zhang had always considered himself health conscious. After reading about the nutritional benefits of raw sprouts in a health magazine, he began adding them to his daily sandwiches and salads. He particularly enjoyed bean sprouts and alfalfa sprouts, believing they were boosting his immune system with their rich nutrient content. However, what started as a healthy habit soon led to an unexpected hospital visit. One evening, Uncle Zhang began experiencing severe stomach cramps, followed by fever and other concerning symptoms. His family rushed him to the emergency room, where doctors discovered he had contracted a serious bacterial infection. The source? Those seemingly innocent sprouts he'd been eating daily. The doctor explained that raw sprouts, while nutritious, can be particularly dangerous for elderly individuals due to the way they're grown. The warm, humid conditions required to grow sprouts are also perfect for harmful bacteria like Salmonella and E. coli to thrive, the doctor explained. While younger people might fight off these bacteria more easily, seniors have more vulnerable immune systems, making them particularly susceptible to severe foodborne illnesses. This revelation changed Uncle Zhang's approach to healthy eating. Instead of raw sprouts, he switched to microgreens and thoroughly cooked vegetables. He learned that cooking sprouts until they're steaming hot kills harmful bacteria while still retaining many of their nutritional benefits. When he craved that fresh, crispy texture, he turned to safer alternatives like fresh lettuce or watercress that don't carry the same risks. Research from the Food Safety Authority backs up this concern. Studies show that elderly individuals are up to 10 times more likely to develop severe complications from foodborne illnesses compared to younger adults. The CDC has reported that sprout-related outbreaks affect seniors disproportionately, with those over 65 facing the highest risk of hospitalization. Health tip: if you enjoy the fresh crunch and nutritional benefits of sprouts, consider safer alternatives like microgreens grown in controlled environments or thoroughly cooked sprouts. You can also try fresh herbs like basil or cilantro, which provide similar nutritional benefits without the bacterial risk. When eating out, always check if sandwiches or salads contain raw sprouts and request to have them removed if they do. Remember, while cooking might seem like it defeats the purpose of eating fresh sprouts, it's better to be safe than sorry when it comes to your health. If you're still watching this video and finding these lessons useful, please comment number 2 below to let me know that you are still watching this video with me. Thank you for your valuable time. Now, let's move on to our third vegetable, which surprisingly might be affecting your medication's effectiveness. Number 3, raw kale and other cruciferous vegetables, the thyroid disruptor. Grandma Lynn was diligent about taking her thyroid medication every morning. After being diagnosed with hypothyroidism a few years ago, she also made what she thought was a healthy choice: adding large amounts of raw kale to her daily smoothies. She had read about kale being a superfood and thought she was doing everything right. However, despite following her medication schedule perfectly, her thyroid numbers weren't improving. In fact, they were getting worse. During a follow-up appointment, her endocrinologist asked about her diet. When Grandma Lynn proudly mentioned her daily kale smoothies, the doctor's eyes widened. Raw kale, especially in large quantities, can interfere with your thyroid medication and function, the doctor explained. Cruciferous vegetables like kale, broccoli, and cauliflower contain compounds called goitrogens that can block your thyroid's ability to use iodine, which is essential for proper thyroid function. This was surprising news for Grandma Lynn, who had always believed that raw vegetables were the healthiest option. Her doctor explained that while these vegetables are indeed nutritious, they need to be cooked for people with thyroid issues, especially seniors who are more likely to have thyroid problems or be on thyroid medication. Following her doctor's advice, Grandma Lynn made some changes. She started cooking her kale and other cruciferous vegetables thoroughly, which reduces their goitrogenic properties by up to 80%. She also learned to time her vegetable consumption, waiting at least 4 hours after taking her thyroid medication before eating these vegetables. Within 2 months of making these changes, her thyroid levels improved significantly. Recent studies from the American Thyroid Association confirm this approach. Research shows that seniors are particularly vulnerable to thyroid issues, with up to 20% of people over 65 having some form of thyroid dysfunction. The studies also demonstrate that cooking cruciferous vegetables significantly reduces their impact on thyroid function while preserving most of their beneficial nutrients. Health tip: if you're taking thyroid medication or have thyroid concerns, don't eliminate cruciferous vegetables from your diet entirely. Instead, always cook them thoroughly. Steaming, boiling, or stir-frying are excellent options. Time your meals carefully if you're on thyroid medication, keeping a gap of at least 4 hours between your medicine and these vegetables. Consider alternatives like sweet potatoes, carrots, or squash for your raw vegetable needs. These vegetables provide similar nutrients without affecting thyroid function. If you're still watching this video and finding these lessons useful, please comment number 3 below to let me know that you are still watching this video with me. Thank you for your valuable time. Coming up next, we'll discuss a common salad vegetable that could be causing unexpected blood pressure issues in seniors. Number 4. Raw celery. The blood pressure puzzle. Uncle Lee had always heard that celery was good for blood pressure, so he made it a habit to eat several stalks of raw celery every day. As someone who carefully monitored his blood pressure, he was religious about this routine, often munching on celery sticks throughout the day. However, he began noticing something strange. Despite his medication and celery consumption, his blood pressure readings became increasingly unstable. The turning point came during a routine checkup when his doctor noticed unusual spikes in his blood pressure log. When Uncle Lee mentioned his heavy raw celery consumption, his doctor identified a surprising connection. While celery does contain compounds that can help with blood pressure, the doctor explained, eating too much raw celery, especially for seniors on blood pressure medication, can actually cause problems. Raw celery is very high in natural sodium, and when consumed in large quantities, it can interfere with your blood pressure medication and cause unexpected fluctuations. This was shocking news for Uncle Lee, who had always believed he was doing the right thing. His doctor explained that while celery can be beneficial, seniors need to be particularly careful about how much they consume, especially if they're on blood pressure medication. The high levels of natural sodium and certain compounds in raw celery can interact with medications and affect how the body processes them. Following his doctor's guidance, Uncle Lee modified his approach. Instead of eating large amounts of raw celery, he switched to having small portions of cooked celery as part of his meals. He also learned to incorporate other blood pressure-friendly vegetables like beets and leafy greens in moderate amounts. Within weeks, his blood pressure readings became more stable and predictable. Recent research from the Journal of Hypertension supports this cautionary approach. Studies show that while celery contains beneficial compounds, excessive consumption in its raw form can lead to sodium overload in seniors, especially those with sensitive blood pressure control. The research indicates that cooking celery reduces its sodium content by up to 40%, making it safer for regular consumption. Health tip: if you enjoy celery and are managing your blood pressure, don't eliminate it completely. Instead, cook it in soups or stir-fries to reduce its sodium content. Limit raw celery consumption to small amounts, and always consult with your doctor if you're on blood pressure medication. Consider alternatives like cucumber or cooked beets for a healthy crunch. Remember, moderation is key. Even healthy vegetables can have unexpected effects when consumed in large quantities. If you are still watching this video and finding these lessons useful, please comment number 4 below to let me know that you are still watching this video with me. Thank you for your valuable time. Up next, we'll discuss a popular root vegetable that might be causing unexpected blood sugar spikes in seniors. Number 5. Raw carrots, the blood sugar surprise. Grandma Wong was proud of her healthy snacking habits. Instead of reaching for cookies or chips, she would munch on raw carrots throughout the day. As a diabetic, she thought she was making a smart choice. After all, carrots are vegetables, and vegetables are good for managing diabetes, right? But during her regular diabetes checkup, her doctor noticed something concerning in her blood sugar logs: unexpected spikes that didn't seem to match her meal times. When discussing her daily routine, the mystery began to unravel. Raw carrots might seem like a healthy choice, her doctor explained, but for seniors with diabetes, they can be surprisingly problematic. Raw carrots have a higher glycemic index than you might expect, and when eaten alone as a snack, they can cause rapid blood sugar fluctuations. This came as a shock to Grandma Wong. She had always associated carrots with good health, not realizing that the way she was consuming them could affect her blood sugar control. Her doctor explained that while carrots are indeed nutritious, their natural sugars are more concentrated and quickly absorbed when eaten raw, especially on an empty stomach. Following her doctor's advice, Grandma Wong made some strategic changes to her snacking routine. Instead of eating raw carrots alone, she started having smaller portions of cooked carrots as part of her main meals, where the fiber and nutrients from other foods help slow down sugar absorption. For snacks, she switched to cucumber slices or celery sticks paired with protein-rich hummus, which helped maintain more stable blood sugar levels. Recent studies from the American Diabetes Association support this approach. Research shows that cooking carrots actually lowers their glycemic index by breaking down the cell walls, making the sugars release more slowly into the bloodstream. The studies also indicate that seniors with diabetes are particularly sensitive to these glycemic variations, making it crucial to consider how and when they consume high-sugar vegetables. Health tip: if you're managing diabetes or watching your blood sugar, don't eliminate carrots from your diet. Instead, cook them lightly and combine them with proteins or healthy fats to slow sugar absorption. Consider roasting or steaming carrots as part of your main meals rather than eating them raw as snacks. Good alternatives for raw snacking include cucumber, bell peppers, or leafy greens. When you do eat carrots, pair them with protein-rich foods like nuts or hummus to help stabilize blood sugar response. If you are still watching this video and finding these lessons useful, please comment number 5 below to let me know that you are still watching this video with me. Thank you for your valuable time. Coming up next, we'll explore a common vegetable that could be causing unexpected nighttime discomfort for many seniors. Number 6. Raw onions, the sleep disruptor. Uncle Chong had always enjoyed adding raw onions to his evening salads, believing that their antioxidant properties would help him stay healthy. He particularly enjoyed their sharp flavor and crunchy texture. However, he began noticing a troubling pattern. His nights were becoming increasingly restless, filled with acid reflux and uncomfortable digestion issues that kept him tossing and turning. At first, he didn't make the connection between his evening salads and his sleep problems. It wasn't until a visit to his gastroenterologist that the puzzle pieces came together. Raw onions, especially when consumed in the evening, can be particularly problematic for seniors, the doctor explained. They're high in fructans and contain compounds that can relax the lower esophageal sphincter, leading to acid reflux and digestive discomfort, particularly when you lie down to sleep. This revelation was eye-opening for Uncle Chong. His doctor went on to explain that as we age, our digestive system becomes more sensitive, and our ability to process certain compounds in raw onions decreases. What's more, the horizontal position during sleep can exacerbate these issues, making nighttime particularly uncomfortable. Following his doctor's advice, Uncle Chong made some simple but effective changes. Instead of raw onions, he started using cooked onions in his meals, and he moved his onion consumption to lunch rather than dinner. For evening meals, he switched to milder alternatives like chives or cooked leeks, which provide similar flavors without the digestive issues. Within a week of making these changes, his sleep quality improved dramatically. Research from the Journal of Gastroenterology supports this approach. Studies show that seniors are up to 50% more likely to experience nighttime reflux from raw onions compared to younger adults. The research also indicates that cooking onions significantly reduces their fructan content and makes them easier to digest, while still preserving many of their beneficial compounds. Health tip: if you enjoy onions, there's no need to eliminate them completely. Instead, cook them thoroughly before eating, especially for evening meals. Consider using milder alternatives like chives, cooked leeks, or the green parts of spring onions for raw applications. If you must eat onions raw, do so earlier in the day and in smaller quantities. Remember to stay upright for at least 3 hours after eating any onion-containing meals to minimize reflux risks. If you are still watching this video and finding these lessons useful, please comment number 6 below to let me know that you are still watching this video with me. Thank you for your valuable time. Now let's wrap up what we've learned today about these surprising vegetables and their effects on senior health. So what have we learned today about the vegetables that seniors should be careful with? Let's quickly recap these important points we've covered. Raw spinach, while nutritious, can block calcium absorption, something crucial for seniors' bone health. The simple act of cooking your spinach can make a world of difference in how your body processes its nutrients. Raw sprouts might seem healthy, but they carry a significant risk of bacterial contamination that can be particularly dangerous for seniors with weaker immune systems. Remember, thoroughly cooking your sprouts or choosing safer alternatives like microgreens can give you the same benefits without the risks. Those raw kale smoothies might be trendy, but for seniors with thyroid issues, they could be interfering with medication and thyroid function. Cooking your cruciferous vegetables can reduce these effects while maintaining their nutritional benefits. Raw celery, despite its reputation for heart health, needs to be consumed carefully by seniors on blood pressure medication. Cooking it or moderating your intake can help avoid unexpected blood pressure fluctuations. Raw carrots, while seemingly perfect for diabetic snacking, can cause surprising blood sugar spikes. Remember to cook them or pair them with protein to better manage your blood sugar levels. And finally, those raw onions in your evening salad might be the hidden cause of your sleep troubles. Cooking them or enjoying them earlier in the day can help you avoid nighttime discomfort. The key takeaway isn't that these vegetables are bad. Quite the opposite. They're all nutritious and beneficial when prepared properly and eaten at the right time. It's about being smart with how we consume them, especially as our bodies become more sensitive with age. What changes will you make to your diet based on what you've learned today? Are you surprised by any of these vegetables' effects? Share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. Your insight might help another senior avoid these common pitfalls. If you found this information valuable, please give this video a thumbs up. It helps other seniors find this important health information. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications so you never miss our latest videos about healthy aging and senior wellness. Remember, small changes in how we prepare and consume our vegetables can make a big difference in our health and well-being. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in our next video where we'll discuss more essential health tips for seniors. Stay healthy, stay informed, and age gracefully.